Hey, welcome back. I was just looking through some of these pictures that we did last year on our adventures. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys can see that, but let me just show you some of these. Man, I forgot how goddamn good this trip was, you know? Whew. I need to get back out and doing some more photography. My goodness, look at this. Oh wow, oh wow. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a whole month since I've had a, well, no, it's been 2 months since I had a baby. It's been a month since I've posted anything on this channel. I've had a little bit of a break, but we are back in action. Now this week is all about surrealism, surreal photography. Now last week I got onto the app, you know, the YouTube app for the mobile phones. Quick note before we continue. Yes, I started a poll on the YouTube mobile phone app where I can ask you guys questions and you guys can do a little poll, 100% or whatever, you know, the percentage polls, right? The problem is, I don't think a lot of you guys actually know that that exists yet, or you didn't actually come across it, or you didn't see it. So what I'm gonna say right now is, while we've just paused this little episode, take the time to go to my Instagram. I'll leave the name right here. I'll wait right now. Head over to my Instagram. Hit the follow button, like some images if you like, comment if you like. But if you ever have any questions, please feel free to DM me right there on Instagram, and I will definitely answer those questions in a Q&A video that I'm planning to put together on this channel. So if you have any questions about anything, photography, videography, cameras, lenses, lens wipes, whatever you want, ask me there and I will answer them on a video or try to explain it using this video format in the future. And on there I started a poll and I asked you guys, what would you like to see this week? Would you rather to see car photography or kind of surrealism photography? You know, basically photography that's on the boundaries of pushing reality, basically, right? And all of you 100% voted you wanted to see some surreal kind of photography. So that's what this week has all been about. And I want to try and do this for the whole month. Let's not go into it right now, we'll talk about it a bit later. But the whole of this month, I want to try and just focus on surreal photography. And then next month, we'll discuss what we're going to do for that. So week 1 is this week. So this is week 1. And my inspiration for this week was from a band called Odessa. I'm not sure if you guys know who this band is, but if you don't know, you need to know. And in particular, it's not so much the band themselves, but more so the image the band give across and also the album artwork. Now I'm gonna show a few bit of examples now. I'll probably put it up here on the screen, but you'll notice what they like to do is they'll go to like a wilderness or an abstract location, or they can do it in like a location like this, something very normal or something very abnormal, if that makes sense. And then they go and shoot something so dope. I think it's dope anyway. They just shoot a scene where there's light around. I don't know if they shoot in the daytime and use the technique I used. I'm not sure how they do it exactly, but then they like to incorporate an artificial light that's added afterwards, but somehow still reflects in on the scene. So it looks like they've got a real neon strip actually there on set, but they never, well, I don't think they did anyway. That was my inspiration for this week, and that's the kind of image I wanted to go for. So let me show you the actual idea that I came with. Now, I am talking in retrospect. This week has already been filmed. I've already got the finished product, but I'm just gonna rewrite the original idea that I had, and then I'm gonna show you guys some footage that I got on the day for you to enjoy. So this is the idea that I had originally. Let me move my notes over here and switch this camera on here. So my original idea was for me to be in some sort of location where I'm being elevated or sucked into some sort of light source. So I thought of a location. I already had a location in mind, and it was a local multi-story car park, and the multi-story car park had a spiraling section where the cars could go around. So that was my kind of, let's say, tunnel idea with a hole at the top. This is gonna, please don't watch my art, it's so terrible. I should get my brother to do this, he's amazing at art. Right, so you can imagine, well, I hope you can imagine, the cars come driving around this circular tunnel. You've seen them in multi-story car parks, right? And then you can see the sky through the top here, right? So you can see clouds or whatnot, yeah? Then I wanted me to be shot here on a very wide angle lens, so I decided to go with a 10mm lens. That's the lens I'm using this camera here. And then I just jumped up in the air, so there's me elevated, like I'm being sucked up into some sort of light. And I kind of wanted to go with either a triangle neon light or just a typical circle thing, but I think because we're working with a circular multi-story car park, I went with a circular neon light. Now I just wanted to go with a very simple idea to start with. So the idea is me being elevated or sucked up into this light. I wanted it to be shot at night, but you'll see in the video later on, I didn't get the chance to do that. So I had to do a day for night conversion. So at first I thought I might have had to shoot multiple exposures to try and blend afterwards in Photoshop. But essentially, this is the initial idea. Just me in a multi-story car park, being sucked into an artificial light that I added in myself. Super simple. But let me show you how I actually got on the day. Anyway, so, right, I'm gonna park my car here. I've got 1 hour. I've got a ticket for 1 hour. I'm gonna run. That wasn't really smart, couldn't really see the time. Let me see the time. I hope it's focused. If the camera's out of focus, I apologize. I'm using my old Sony A7 as my vlogging camera today because I couldn't be bothered to walk around with my big Canon stuff. Right, so it's 11 now. I've got till 12 to try and get this shot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run all the way down to the bottom because I parked at the top like an idiot. Get down to the bottom, set up shot, try to take the shot how I want it. Hopefully I get the shot before I'm kicked out, and then run back to my car, tell you how I got on, go back home, start editing, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a cool shot for week number 1. All right, all the best for myself. Wish me luck. For now, I'm down here. It's really noisy. Everybody's looking at me as they drive past, which is funny. So far, so good. No security guards. Well, there has been, but they just looked at me like, what's he doing? Because I've been running around, jumping around in the middle of this thing. But yeah, it's a pretty dope location. I'm so glad that I picked it. I think it's pretty cool. So while I'm here, I'm going to quickly show you my setup. Then I'm going to shoot some more, and then we'll go somewhere a bit more quiet because it's so loud here. So here's the setup that I got. I'm using my, if he wants to focus, thank you Sony. So I'm using A6000 and I've got an adapter on there and using the 10 to 18 millimeter. Really cheap setup there, really cheap setup. But yeah, I've had a look at some of the pictures and I think I'm gonna get what I want here. So you can imagine it, right? Big circle like this, big beam of light coming down and me just like elevating into the light. I think it'd be pretty cool. So yes, that's how I got on the day. It was quite a fun day. The location was so much better than what I had planned in my head, which was amazing. It was just a bit disappointing that I didn't get to shoot on the evening time. I really want to get an actual natural nighttime shoot, but I guess that's something we can do in the future. Final image looks pretty damn cool. I'm so happy with it. I think it's came across the idea that I originally had from the Odessa cover shoot that they have for their album art. I feel like I've met the brief, the idea that I had in my head. So with no more time to waste, let me show you the actual final completed image. So that's the final image. I hope you guys liked it. I really enjoyed doing the shoot and I think the image itself came out pretty damn cool, so much so that I'm gonna put it on my Instagram. So make sure you head over to my Instagram and like the image and comment on it if you enjoyed this video also. Right, so if you wanna see a more in-depth tutorial on how exactly I did this rather than just a brief build up, then make sure you subscribe to this channel, of course, because during this week coming, I'm gonna make an actual full-length tutorial video. I just didn't want to do that for the weekend. I'll make that kind of a week in the middle of the week kind of video, and on the weekends we'll have this adventure kind of thing, right? The next week, I'm not too sure what I want to do, but for the whole of this month, I want to try and focus on surreal photography because that's what you guys voted for in the poll, and that's what you're gonna get. So if you have any ideas of what I should do next or what I should focus on next for this week, please get to me as quick as you can on Instagram or leave it in the comments below, and I'll see if I can incorporate it this week. So we've got 3 weeks left of this, and then I'm gonna start a new poll, and you guys are gonna decide what we're gonna do next month. So yeah, I think it could be pretty fun. So that's it. That's the end of this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and there's gonna be a lot more content like this. And until then, happy hunting.